Hi everyone, welcome to our channel. A few days back, Seema and I, we both were hiking and we saw someone with a tattoo reading Memento Mori. It got us curious and we looked up online and realized that it is an ancient Latin phrase that literally translates to remember you will die. The more I read about it, I realized that it is actually not to remind someone of their mortality or death. It is actually to remind someone to live life fully. And it got me thinking that over the last few days, that actually, if you look at it, this ancient Latin phrase is super relevant, not just for financial freedom, but FIRE approach as a whole. Let me try and explain. So the first thing, what you will realize if you're in this approach is that FIRE is not about financial freedom. It is about freeing up time or your time freedom. But we spend a lot of effort, and part of that is rightful, towards chasing numbers, inflation, bucket strategy, safe withdrawal rates, all the financial formulas. And somewhere down the line, the entire time part or the value of time takes a backseat. It actually also happened with Seema and myself, that we were chasing these numbers, we were enjoying the job, what we were doing, and all this took a backseat. And there were some sobering things that happened in our life that kind of gave us this reality check that it is all about time and not just about money and finances. So one such was that within our network, we had someone who had grown up the corporate ladder, worked very hard, and was working probably from 8 o'clock morning till 10 o'clock night, really chasing the chase, as I would say. And unfortunately, he was diagnosed with cancer. But even during the diagnosis, even during that later stage of cancer, he was really working hard, because somewhere there was this in the back of mind that he wanted to leave a legacy behind and leave enough money for his daughter. Unfortunately, he passed away. And the irony of life is that after he passed away, his daughter refused to accept the money or the inheritance because she thought it's blood money, because that money is what took her away from her father, because he was really working most of the time. So that was kind of a big, very humbling moment and a reality check for Seema and myself, that we decided that we do not want to fall into this path, that we want to make sure that we are living life fully without even knowing this phrase Memento Mori at that stage, now that I think about it. The second is linked to this is that it's not just that we trade time for the chase of money, but we trade time which is very precious at the time where we are in the prime years. In a couple of my videos, I even put a value to time like we put a value to money, that there is a net present value to money. I would say there is also a net present value to time, because the time today is what we are sacrificing for time tomorrow, without knowing if that time tomorrow will even be there or not. So that is the thing that you have to be very careful about, not trading your precious time today for the time tomorrow that may or may not come. And I'll come to that later during the video, that how do you do that. The third thing that at least in the last 2 years or the last 3-4 years, we've realized after interacting with so many people through this channel and outside, is that death seems to be a taboo subject. It seems to be a forbidden subject that we do not want to talk with our immediate family and friends, and especially with our spouses and children. And during that young age, I know quite a few people, and two very near and dear people within our family, who unfortunately at a very young age, in their early 40s, mid 40s, passed away during COVID. And it devastated their family, and their family is still reeling after even 4 or 5 years of them passing away from the impact that it had on their life, not just that emotional impact, but financial impact, because they did not really share all the details with each other. And the last is what I would call the someday phenomena. This is a phenomena that I'm seeing in the last 2 years, that when we are sharing our pictures of hiking, travel, and all the hobbies, etc., what we are doing with our friends and family and a broader network, we keep hearing from people that someday we will also be doing this. Oh, someday I hope and I wish that I follow your path. Oh, someday that I also go out on hiking, etc. So we just park everything for that someday without realizing that someday may not even be there any day. So these four things, I would say, are very relevant to make sure that we are not just putting in our fire plan just about numbers, because probably you already know that money is infinite, but time is finite. Some people may have 90 years, some may have 95, 85. We all have a limited amount of time on this planet. And you have to maximize that. So how do you go about taking the full value of this phrase, memento mori? I have a few suggestions. So the first suggestion is enjoy your today. Yes, you have to work hard, you have to still be on that path towards making money, towards that journey to financial independence, but enjoying, pursuing your passions, hobbies, etc. at this time will give you a lot more than it will give you later. And it doesn't need to be just travel. It could be even simple things that, like Seema and I, during our career, we started realizing that we like jigsaw puzzles. So we started with small 500-piece puzzle, 1,000-piece puzzle. These puzzles kept getting bigger to the point that one day the puzzle was not even fitting on our dining table. It depends on what kind of your own hobbies and passions are, that it helps you connect with you as a family, or even just satisfying you. There's a friend of mine from college who's a very good architect. He has no plans to retire anytime soon, works hard, but every year he takes a break for few weeks. Actually, not every year, but every few months he takes a break for a few weeks and chases his passion of photography, of wildlife. I think he's been to the most remotest part of India. I'm so jealous that I wish that I can go and follow his path someday. Anyways, I will put a link to his Instagram channel in the video, so please do subscribe to his channel. He's got the amazing photographs from all different parts of the country with amazing wildlife, and especially the birds. So that's the first thing, that live your life today. The second is pursue experiences than assets. This has been one of the most liberating change that helped Seema and I towards this journey to financial independence and retiring early, because we stopped chasing assets. We stopped buying bags, we stopped buying all the knickknacks, and I think right now we have very little personal belongings that we can even count on. And because when we travel, you have to anyways pack in one check-in bag and one hand luggage, so you have to really, you can't even collect those belongings. And experiences enrich us so much, so chase those experiences much more. The third is that break that taboo within the family and have your, what I call, ICE, in case of emergency plan. So don't just have those fire evacuation plans that you follow at work, but even at home, you should have your in case of emergency plan that should have all the details to the point that you have written what's the bank account details, what's the password, what's the username, and you share it with your spouse, and you have that very transparent discussion. One of the things that I think between Seema and I that we feel very confident about is that we've discussed all this so transparently that if anything happens to one of us, we'll have, yes, an emotional impact, but it will not impact us on a lot of other things. And the last suggestion I would give is that have your, what I would say, memento mori tab page in your fire plan, so or a slide in your overall fire PowerPoint if you have. And that tab page should have your bucket list items, the things that you want to do in life, and review that every quarter and at least every year. Almost 5 years before Seema and I decided to take this step of retiring early, we had already prepared our plan, that what are the train journeys we want to do, what are the walks we want to do, what are the hikes we want to do, what are the things that we want to learn. Hopefully that plan is so detailed enough that it can keep us busy for at least 15 years. And I'm sure we'll keep revisiting, and we try and revisit that every year. So just these 4 things of living your today, chasing experiences, having your ICE plan, and even having your memento mori bucket list tab page in your fire plan can make a big difference towards your overall journey to financial independence. And I hope it does, like it has for us without even knowing this so-called memento mori as a phrase. So I hope you found this video useful. You found some new thought-provoking actions to follow. As always, would love your comments, thoughts, and other suggestions towards this Memento Mori phenomena. And as always, we'll make sure or try our best to reply to each and every comment of yours. Till the next topic, till the next video, and till the next location, goodbye from me. Bye-bye.